On Wednesday, February 4th at 2:30 in the afternoon, we visited the First Southern Baptist Church of Buena Park. This church runs a homeless shelter. This homeless shelter is one of 6 total homeless shelters in the entire Orange County area, and it is one that Sarang Community Church has been helping for the last 6 years. The senior pastor of the church, Pastor Wiley S. Drake, is also the caretaker of the shelter.
I came here in 1987 as pastor of this church. That was a little over 20 years ago. And after I had been here about 3 years, brought to my attention that we needed to help the poor and the homeless in the community. And for the first 3 years, we did very little. And then in 1990, we started doing clothes and food and just started small and then grew it to where it's at today.
Pastor Drake showed us around the church facility. The first thing they do for a homeless person is to set up a phone line and a mailbox.
Well, if they don't have a place to sleep and they don't have a phone number, they don't have a place to take a shower, they can't get a job. Let's say a guy by the name of Smith, he comes, his mail will be in the S. Now he has a mailing address. Now he can fill out an application for employment if he has a mailing address. He also has a telephone number here. Now he has a telephone number. And that's the first way we help them.
The homeless population in general in Orange County, about 30,000 homeless.
The sweet aroma of a home-cooked meal catches our attention.
This is the kitchen area, of course our refrigerators. And this is Brenda.
Hi, how are you?
She's our cook. She's getting ready for tonight's meal.
Volunteers are preparing meals for the homeless. Most of the volunteers are homeless themselves.
We were living homeless in our car, and we came here for a place to stay, and Pastor opened his doors to us.
The pantry is filled with food donated by different groups, organizations, and individuals.
All of these cookies and bread are donated to us by grocery stores and bakeries and all kinds of places.
Pastor Drake emphasizes the crucial necessity of the spiritual need as well as the physical need of a person.
Just shelter somebody does not have the same effect as if you have shelter plus counseling. So that's definitely a need, I think, where a church can be involved in.
Across from the kitchen is the dormitory. The dormitory can hold about 55 people.
So this is the ladies' side and the other side is the men's side. And we have about 55 beds in here. Single beds, double beds, about 55 altogether.
It's not what one can normally call a home, but it is a warm shelter for those in need. With round-the-clock security, it is very safe and strict rules are enforced.
Everybody here, we normally would give 30 days opportunity to find them a job. We don't care if they have other religions that they worship or other things that they worship. When they're here on our time, they have to give our God his time.
Arrives from a Catholic food bank.
Thank you very much for bringing the food. We appreciate it. As I was saying, it's a perfect example. We're Baptist. Sarang Church is a Presbyterian church, and Second Harvest is Roman Catholic background. So here's an example of 3 denominations working together, coming together.
Helping those in need crosses all denominational lines and barriers.
There's maybe 10,000 pounds right here. I mean, it's quite a bit.
So you do thousands of pounds typically every day.
170 people every day. Consistent, continual outside help is absolute. A man who heartily greets Pastor Drake is none other than Tony Samiago, who claims to have fought in the Korean War in 1950.
Yes, I was in Korea in 1950. Wow. Yeah, I went to service in 1948. I was 18 years old. I was a jump master, and then from there I went to Korea, and with my men. And I was fortunate to come back alive, but it took me a lot of years to get over the deaths of my men.
When we looked at Tony, who risked his life for Korea, we realized that this is a way to repay for what he and others have done for us. It's just past 5 o'clock, but there is already a long line of people waiting to get food. Mr. David Gonzalez has been helping the homeless in this shelter.
I enjoy this a lot. And this is just an all-out good place to be. Like, the people here are kind.
I love everybody here, and they're courteous and just beautiful, beautiful people, and the services are great.
From 7 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the evening, people constantly serve out food for all 7 days of the week. Love and care seem to be the only way for broken souls to be lifted up.
You can't truly affect the quality of life just flying in, flying out. There's more of a consistency and a commitment that must be made.
You know, till Jesus comes, we believe the Bible makes it very clear, inasmuch as you've not done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, you've not done it unto me. So we're doing this for Jesus, we're doing it to Jesus, and we're doing it because the need is so great until we go to heaven. That's right, that's right.
He is living out Christ's command to Christians to love our neighbors as ourselves. In these tough economic times, just as Christ Jesus has done in his earthly ministry, we wish to continue his ministry of love and hope for the broken and the lost.
Can a nation be saved? Can a nation be turned back?